Okay, this is tape 5. Hopefully no more interruptions. Hi, I'm your old pal, Uncle Al. And tonight we're just doing a VR to Yankee's Outdoors Adventure and to Ford. A lot of people wonder about U.F.O.s, men in black, aliens. The truth is, it's a little smoke and mirrors. Uncle Al knows the best about that. But you take off the dark glasses, you remove the hoods, comb back the crazy hair, and you got little Uncle Al. That's it. All right. First thing, we're going to talk it logically. I have 2 notebooks. They're about 40 to 30 years old, my notebooks. And first thing, we have to clarify with people. People are stupid. People panic. We are going to talk about aliens. There is 176. You can write it down. Aliens. We have one group of extra-dimensional aliens. That's not space aliens. Space aliens are 176. And we have trans-dimensional beings that came over to this side. 2, we've been invaded for almost a year by 2.5 billion of these trans-dimensional beings. Now, when I listen to Ford and other people talking about UFOs, I'm looking at them like, these people have no idea what they're talking about. Okay? Honestly. And when I hear other scientists talk about it, I'm kind of laughing. It's like Indians, you have primitive Indians on a continent talking about great big ships with white sails. They never seen one. It's full of people, has noisy machines that make loud, thunderous noises. They had giant beings that men rode on. Okay, this is similar what they're talking about in most UFO groups and discussions. This is plain, neat, plain scientific, and everything. Now, U.S. and Russia and a few other countries have been backlocking or backstepping or doing foreign research on collected war materials. That's the Nazis, the Japanese, the Americans, the Russians, go down the line. We've been doing this for over 112 years or 120 years, over and over again. They'll discover something's lost, they'll rediscover something they had before, and so on. Now, mankind's been on this planet for a long time. We are not the original inhabitants. I tell a lot of people, you want to see an alien? Go look in the bathroom mirror. Okay, I know the original race of Earth. They're the lizard people. So if you see at the UFO convention, these people, lizard people, are from outer space, kick them in the nuts. That's a big insult from monkey people. Okay? Now, honestly, I know a lot of things that you guys, that I doodle on napkins, I doodle on things, and then years later somebody finds that or told somebody by accident. Next thing I know, you got camelbacks, and next thing you know, you have smartphones, and next thing you know, people invent the cloud because I talk my mouth out in front of scientists, and scientists picks my brains clean. So I don't really care. We're going into the next phase of technological boom. I don't care if you're a monkey, everybody is going to go through this boom. I don't care. All right? You should all pay me $2.17 for every stinking American and human on this planet. That's fair. Now everybody's freaking out that we might go into a nuclear war in the next 2 months. Hey, I told people 3 nuclear wars, 3 tactical nuclear wars. So you smoke that in your pipe. I told you so. Okay, let me get out my notes. Let's see, a lot of notes. Aliens, bug-eye monsters, cops and robbers, air travel, final frontier, communist invasion, the moon, U.F.O.s. That always cracks me up. Okay, now if you go back into my earliest videos, someplace I did a drawing of the alien spacecraft. That's a normal scout ship for all the races. It has a 4 light year drive. It's a mass conversion for you monkey brain people out there. Go look up mass conversion. And I bet you nobody ever understands what Uncle Al is talking about. You don't get mass conversion unless you make fusion engines. You can't make fusion engines unless you have thorium reactors. You have thorium reactors because every bonehead on this planet's using uranium-234. And you use plutonium. Who in their right mind uses plutonium? You're all backward, stupid apes. This is why I told the norms. When you land on this planet and you start going like this to the monkey people, what do you get? Us, dumbasses. Okay, let's see. Trying to look at this. I got the notes for deck plan, gravity elevator, control room, weapons station, engineers, captain, asteroiders, station, view screens, hibernation capsules, cabin for a crew of 12. Let's see, mass conversion drive, antimatter pods, fusion reactors, blah, blah, blah. Dang it. Okay, here it is. U.F.O.s. Had to check my notes. A lot of notes. Okay, our technology level is like what the New World people meets the Europeans, okay? Let's see. Who do we got? Okay, there's all sorts of spacecraft and U.F.O.s and then simple threes. You have the drone 1, which is a spear. You have reconnaissance drones, which is anywhere from a bell, saucer, bathtub, box cylinder, but they're about car shape. Okay, scout ships are about, I say about 100 meters or less, depending who's driving it, who's making it. It could be small, it could be bigger on the scout ship, depending which race is using it. And let's see. The military's trying to always figure that out. They're always leaking out. Well, you know, we put uranium in it, it'll go faster. No. It's like a bunch of hillbillies. Let's put some moonshine in this automobile thing and we'll race it down the highway. Yeah, and spill radiation all over Arkansas. Let's see. Nope, you don't need to know that. You don't need about this. Let's see. Let's go with the first group. The Iranians. Not Iranians, Iranians. That's A-R-E-N-D-I-A-N. And that's for Ford. You can figure that one out. Now, a lot of people, I tell Ford to check out that carbon steel pillar in India. That's what hit the Phobos satellites. Okay, Phobos 1, Phobos 2, that was it. And it was fired by an electric magnetic railgun. Now, when it's hyperspeed and you're firing a solid iron projectile, what happens to the solid iron projectile? In the atmosphere, it turns to molten slag, and it has a slight magnetic field. In space, it's either a solid object or a great big metal iron. Spear, flying through the air, either super hot or super magnetic. So here's your dinky little Soviet satellite. That's it. Hope that explains that. Now, let's see, the Adranians, they always visit us every 300, 400,000 years. They're like space vampires. I think I did a video on this about 800 videos ago. And nobody ever watches my videos. And let's see, we have the Alphans and the Norms. Norms are, how can I say it? We're Homo sapiens. They're Homo superior. Okay? Homo sapiens are different from our cousin Homo superior. Homo superior are, how can I say it? They're genetically stable. They don't have disease. They live, God, I can't remember how old the last one I talked to. I think 500 years old. They're in perfect health. A 500-year-old Norm looks like an 80-year-old man here. They have long lifespans. Our mythology, our religions are kind of mixed up because we have things that you shouldn't know about, and there's things that blow your mind away. Okay, like I told Liberty Garden, the Norms are normal people. Now, the ones who invaded us December 27th, 2019, I told everybody last year, told them for 2.5 years, told them what was going on. I told them 5 phases. But do anybody watches my videos? Hell no. Okay, fine. Let's see. Okay, let's see on UFOs. Round things that are flowing around, you see on Martial lights. It could be transdimensional or it could be a survey eye. Basically, I'll put down on my notes. Let's see, Alpha, pretty good. Okay. It's a survey eye to check out what they're looking for. Genetics and automation. Okay? It's a drone, a small drone. It's observation and stuff. I have a lot of text, and you have to drive people crazy. This is handwritten notes, and I have to read it. Now, let's see. They control kind of time and space. They're really goofy at that. They're not good as the ones who invaded us from another dimension. They're like the Norms. They have contacts with the Norms. Norms doesn't like them because, how can you say it? The ones that cross dimension are similar to Norms, but they're not. The Norms hate their guts because it's like Nazis and Japanese. The ones that are coming over are more like the Japanese, and the ones here, the Norms, are more like the Nazis, which is not a good format. I'm sorry, that's a hard explanation. Now, on the flying saucers you see normally, the saucer-shaped stuff, that's the old models. Newer models, they usually saucer bill. Traditional UFO, wee. Sometimes alien race kids think for a joyride, scare all the people on Earth. There's a whole bunch of ships, and when sometimes a bird hits one of the drop ships, which is, how can I say it politely? A drop ship is a military cargo vessel. They do runs through the atmosphere. They heavily scan everything. They check things. They drop off agents, pick up agents. We don't have anything in the air to combat them, so just leave them alone. All right? You can shoot down the drones and the scout ships. Do not attack a drop ship. For God's sakes, I don't want a city just disappear. No radiation. There's just a big hole in the ground and drop ships. Okay, a drop ship is like a military ship, except it'll drop anywhere from 1 billion soldiers, ground troops. not heavy infantry, not heavy armor. This is just light reconnaissance crews. Okay? The heaviest weapon they have is a mazer. It's on best thing is a walker like on Star Wars or a tripod. You cannot stop them. So please do not yeah, we got nukes. They showed that back in the 70s. They could screw up your launch systems, electronic codes, whatever. It doesn't work. Basically, they'll just land. The Metrons are one of the best soldiers. The Norms are not. Norms and Alphans. You could kill an Alphan with a pointy stick. Okay, the Alphans are used to be human. And this is what socialism down the road, when it's gone bad in genetics and to a matriarchal society, become clone individuals. There's 116 Alphan races, all sizes, all shapes. Their skin color and tone comes off their uniform. Okay? Alphans are nice people. They're a hive mind. They all think the same. They're cloned, budding people asexually, so they can increase their numbers less or more. They don't have sex, so they're real interested in going back to being human again. The evolution, they went back too far into one section of genetics, and then you have the Norms went into Homo superior. Now, Alphans are considered Homo techno, is the best description of them. Metrons are a separate race. They're a trinary race, similar to humans, but not humanoid. For years, everybody's trying to figure out how to run these ships. Thorium, you idiots. Also, you need fusion. Fusion, once you get fusion, then you could get anti-gravity. You could have inertial control. You have a whole bunch of things. But that's not going to happen for another 152 years. You'll still be dependent on chemical rockets. You barely can land a spacecraft on a platform. Okay? And it's basically, it's monkey science. Okay? Any third grader on either world say, gee, these people are really stupid. All right? 2024, when the Norms will land on Earth. They will talk very politely. They will open up. They will solve most of Earth's problems. You can keep your handguns and rifles. They think it's cute. Okay? World governments may not think so. These people have traveled vast distances, and you're threatening them with nuclear weapons and black powder or gunpowder type weapons. Get serious. If the Norms wanted to get rid of us, they will hire the Metrons who come down, and our world will look like the moon. The Metrons love fighting. And if they send one of their dropships or two of their dropships, our surface of the Earth will look like the moon. They do not use nukes. They're old school. They will devour everything on this planet. They're like a herd of locusts. They're really nice people. Unfortunately, they have a taste for human beings, and it's bad for them. Because I made a deal or one or two of Uncle Al's Kentucky Fried Human. But I had some legal problems with the Norms and the Alphans. And I put up a barbed wire fence around the solar system. It's hard to explain for your feeble mind. It's a band of iodized superheated gases. I could best describe, once you get past Pluto, you hit a firewall. That's a simple explanation. Because your little minds don't understand this. The only way you can penetrate that wall is if you have a mass conversion ship. Nobody on this planet has a mass conversion ship. Okay? Your intelligence level is like way down. Okay? I'm not going to tell you, because if you goof it up, you blow half the continent off the place. Or set the sky on fire, great. Okay? If you're going to do a mass conversion ship, you got to know the rules. Now first, stop fighting, stop living like a bunch of, how can I say, monkey people on Earth. And the norms will give you all you want. Of course, you're not going to like it, and a lot of people are not going to have kids, but it's all right. You live on a reservation, make trinkets and stuff like that. And you see the worms, the Alphans, and the Metrons taking pictures while they go to their version of Disney World, us. And a lot of people are looking at me like, right now, Uncle Alan's nuts. No, all you guys are nuts. Uncle Alan's the only one who makes sense, and I have the notes to prove it. So I'll catch you later. I hope this 21-minute talk didn't take too long, and this is for forwarding Yankee. Remember, I'm a crazy old kook. What's your excuse? Night, folks.